How are you, friends? Hope that you are fine. You are highly welcome back on today's lesson. Today, I have the best lesson for you, which is most important and which is crucial for you because it will help you not even here in class but also in your daily activities. The lesson of today will teach you how to check the capacity of the computer, the strength and the weaknesses of the computer that we'll be using or of the computer that we'll be buying in the case you will be in need of buying your own computer. About weaknesses, you will see the weakness of the computer or the criteria of the computer which will help you to maintain it and to do the activities concerning with the capacity of your computer. Welcome back. Let us stay in touch with this lesson because it is more important. You are highly welcome. Checking computer capacity. Generally, we check three things. First one, we check processor speed. Second, we check RAM size. And the third one, we check hard disk size. There is not a ben there. About hard disk size, we check whether the computer has either HDD or SSD. HDD stands for hard disk drive, while SSD stands for solid state drive. Both HDD and SSD play the same role of permanent storage, but a computer with SSD tends to be faster and expensive than a computer with HDD. This means that the computer with HDD is slow or is slower than the computer with SSD. It means computer with SSD is the best computer which performs very well. Most of them they are i7 and they are so expensive. In this hard disk space, we learn how to check the space or the size of your computer. You know, hard disk is the biggest memory of the computer. It means it holds many information of the computer, many data. This RAM size, it maintains the speed of the computer as well as processor of the computer. In this lesson, we learn how to check those three things, criteria of the best computer. Processor speed. When we say processor speed, what do you understand? This is the diagram of processor speed. When we say processing speed is defined as the number of cycles per second at which CPU of a computer operates and is able to process the information. When a computer has the high speed, it means that it will perform the specific tasks that will give it successfully and it will work faster. This processing speed is measured in gigahertz. Gigahertz is the unit that we use when we are measuring the processing or the processor of the computer. I remind you that the processing speed of the computer, it is the number of cycles or the speed per second that your CPU will be operating. For example, When you click on something, it takes too long time to load what you clicked on. It means when it takes long time when you click on something, it means your computer is processing slowly by slowly. The best computer is that one that you click on something and you get the reaction immediately without delaying. The computer which does things like that tends to be better and it has the best or the high processing speed. RAM, that is the diagram of RAM. You know, RAM is random access memory. It is used to hold the currently running programs. It is volatile memory because it stores data temporarily. It means it stores data for short time. That's why we say that it stores data temporarily. This, this RAM, the computer which has the biggest RAM, it runs many programs at the same time because it is used for holding currently running programs. For example, those are the running programs. The programs that are running on the taskbar are running programs. So RAM size depends, or I mean the speed of the computer depends on RAM size, because when your computer has RAM size, it runs many programs at the same time. Hard disk size. I told you that when you are checking the capacity of the computer, you have also to check if your computer has either SSD or HDD. I told you that SSD stands for solid state drive, while HDD stands for hard disk drive. I told you also that a computer with SSD tended to be better, tended to be expensive, tended to be faster than a computer with HDD. In this case of checking the hard disk size, you will check either HDD size in case your computer is holding HDD, or SSD size in case your computer is holding SSD. Here it is, this sentence is explaining this very well, that it will depend on the computer, on your computer's generation, because most of the computers with SSD are i7 computers, which are more expensive than i3s or i5s computers, which are holding HDD as hard disk. Okay, those are the notes or the theory about what we are going to learn, or about what we are going to check. I explained in deeply each and every this characteristic and its function, and how it will be helpful once you will be dealing with your computer activities. Then here are some shortcuts that will be used in the practice of checking the computer capacity. Let us deal with them. Here are shortcuts to be used in practice. The first shortcut that we will be using is Windows logo key and E. To press this shortcut, you press Windows logo key, you press and hold Windows logo key and then you press E. That's the first shortcut that we'll be using. The second one is window logo key plus X. You shall be also using this shortcut. Then you can ask yourself, what is window logo key? This is window logo key. On your keyboard, it is there. If you are practicing this activity of checking the computer capacity, you have to click on this window logo key. You press and hold this window logo key. It is the neighbor of Control and Alt. It is between Control and Alt on your keyboard. So you have to press and hold this, and then you press the letter according to what you are going to practice. Then let's go in practice. Practice. The first, I told you that you check 3 things: processor speed, RAM size, and the hard disk size. The way of checking processing speed and RAM size are the same. I'm going to show you the first way of checking processing speed and the RAM size. The first way, you have to press the shortcut. I told you this one, this shortcut, window logo key plus E. I am going to press and hold window logo key, and then I press E. This shortcut will shift me to File Explorer, and then I will check where it is written this PC. In this case, I will press my cursor on this PC, and then I press right click. After pressing right click, I will scroll down and I click on this properties. After clicking on properties, my screen will display the characteristics of the window which is installed in my computer. In these characteristics or in these properties, I will see the processor of my computer and the RAM size of my computer. You see, processor is 2.6 gigahertz. As I told you that gigahertz, it is the unit used for measuring the processing speed of the computer. My computer has 2.6 gigahertz. A computer with 1.9 gigahertz performs slowly or slower than this computer with 2.6 gigahertz. This means that the way processor increases is the way your computer will perform very well. That is the first. The second, my computer is holding 8 GBs or 8 gigabytes of RAM. It means the RAM of my computer is 80 gigabytes. The way size of RAM increases is the way or is how your computer will perform very well, or is the way your computer will learn many programs at the same time. I told you that RAM is used for holding currently using programs. The programs that are currently used are running here in status bar. When your RAM is big, it means your computer is able to run many programs here in the taskbar. That is the first way of checking processor speed and RAM size, because the way of checking them is the same. I repeat the steps. I told you that you press and hold window logo key and the E. After pressing window logo key and pressing on E, it will shift you that shortcut will shift you to File Explorer, and then you press right click on this PC, and then you go on Properties, and then here your screen will display these properties, and you check processor speed and the RAM size. That is the first way of checking processor speed and RAM size. But I'm going to show you the second way of checking them, which is more helpful and which shows you the real characteristics or real criteria, because these criteria can be modified. But the way I'm going to show you is how you can check the processor speed and RAM size which are in the system of the computer. The second way of checking processing speed and RAM size is this. Also, you will need this shortcut. You will press this second shortcut, Window logo key and the X, letter X, this one, this. I am going to press Window logo key and X. Don't forget to press and hold Window logo key and X. Then your screen will appear like this. You will get this pop-up menu, and in this pop-up menu, you will select this where it is written Task Manager. Press on that Task Manager. When you click on Task Manager, you can see that it is like this. When you see that it is like this, you will press here where it is written More Details. And then you get the full Task Manager. And then you can press here on Maximize so that it can be zoomed. After you will press here on Performance, it means that you are going to check the performance of your computer. The first one is the CPU. In this case of checking the CPU, here you will see the real processing speed of your computer. This 1.3, which is varying regularly, this 1.5, it is the speed of computer that my computer is using. It means my computer is running at this speed of 1.1, 0.9. It is changing regularly or randomly. Then here where it is written base speed is 2.6 gigahertz. This is the maximum speed my computer can work on. My computer can be fast, but it can't go beyond 2.6 because it is its highest level of speed. I'm done with explaining this speed of the computer. Then memory. Memory, which is said here, is RAM. Here you see my computer is holding 7.9 gigabytes. Approximately, it is 9 GBs. You see, I used 3.5 out of 7.9 gigabytes. It means if my computer is displaying 7.9 GBs, approximately it is 8 GBs. I told you that the more your computer or the more the RAM of your computer increase, is the more your computer will perform many activities at the same time, because RAM size is considered about the performance of your computer because the biggest RAM will help you to run many programs at the same time. Then I'm done with explaining you the two ways of checking processing speed and the RAM size of the computer. The first way, I told you that the first way you have to press Window logo key and the letter E, and then you press right click on this PC and you go on properties and then you check. The second way, I told you that you press and hold Window logo key and the X, and then you go where it is written Task Manager, and then you can maximize, and then you press on performance, and then you check CPU and the RAM. I'm done with explaining the two ways of checking processing speed and the RAM size. The remaining one is the way hard disk size is checked, because you check three things: processor speed, RAM size, and the hard disk speed, or I mean hard disk size. The practice of checking hard disk size is this. We also need this shortcut, Window logo key and X. I am going to press Window logo key, press and hold Window logo key and the X. In this case, I will click where it is written Disk Management. Disk Management, and then I wait. Okay. Once I click on Disk Management, here my computer will display this screen, and I check the capacity of my computer. Here it will show me the disk partition of my computer, and then I will add these GBs of every partition. To check the capacity of this computer, I will take 239.26 GBs plus 100 GBs plus 225.94 GB, and then I add them. The sum of those GBs will be equivalent to the capacity of my hard disk size. You see here, the basic is 465.76 GBs. This is approximately to 500 GBs, because most of the computers have the hard disk size of 460, hard disk size of 500 GBs. When you want to check if your computer is wearing SSD or HDD, where do you check that? To check whether your computer is having SSD or HDD, you will press this shortcut, this one, Window logo key and the X, Window logo key and the X, and then you go here on Task Manager, and then you can maximize. You go on performance. When your computer is wearing SSD, you will see it here. This disk, you will see that it is written SSD. And I told you that the computer holding SSD tend to be better because it performs your things at the high speed, and it is expensive because it performs the tasks very well and it learns your program very fast. That's why it is expensive. When your computer is holding HDD or hard disk, you see that here it is disk. My computer is holding HDD or hard disk drive. When your computer is holding SSD, you will see SSD there. Okay. Hope that you enjoyed my lesson, and I think we'll be using those practices, and I think we'll be able to choose the best computer which performs very well, and hope that everything will be good. Thank you very much. May Almighty Father continue strengthening your golden hearts. Be blessed. Stay tuned. See you next.